A unique or set shield. Okay, this is of interest. Oh, apologies, that was noisy. Ooh. Remember this place? This was the armory underneath the last refuge. Yeah, this was the armory underneath last refuge, where I died for the first time, actually, against the foundry boss. I actually didn't notice this the first time. It did 15 plus stacks of armor rending. Oh, Jesus. Oh, what's going on here? I found that the power of obstacles can overcome any friendship. Maybe the real friends were the uniques with 4 legendary potential we made along the way. Maybe the real 4 LP were the uniques we friended along the way, when the friends were that good. I've learned that the power of friendship can overcome any obstacles. Any obstacles can overcome the power of friendship. Gunshot to the head is kind of fixed with friendship. Tell that to my ex-wife and best mate of 20 years. Put your friends in front of yourself, they can shoot you from that gunshot. Doesn't matter how many friends you have left. Yeah, there really isn't much with the ancient era, and to be honest, it doesn't quite. I know it doesn't do much for me, but to be fair, when I was going through it, the game as a whole didn't do much for me. So I can't really judge now, can I? Ooh. what was I saying? Yeah, there really isn't much to the ancient era, so I hope that there will be more to it. Same time, when I was doing it, I didn't really feel much for it. But I wasn't really feeling much for the game in general, so I can't really judge and, you know, judge it by that standard. So... in a way, I kind of hope they do more with all of it in a sense, because, like, I know I want to see more of different eras, you know? Like, we're seeing a fair bit of the, like, divine era, so, yeah. But maybe we could see more of the ruined era, you know? And while we've seen a bit of the imperial era, there's still bits that we haven't seen, like, you know, what's going on with this, you know? And going on over here, you know, how trashed is it? Some things like that I would like to see. What's with the Isle of Rat and Valcour? You know? Then there's this place here that we don't visit anywhere. You know, Scorched Basin. You know, this place always looked fucking blighted. Just got... it was... in Ruined Era, it was a dramatic transformation, but for here, it always looked like shit. Oh, so what's over here? I'm just noticing how shrouded in darkness it is. But yeah, basically, there is next to nothing here in Ancient Era. But... oh, Majelkus, and actually he's completely subsumed. They could do something with that, so. But, yeah, basically there is next to nothing here, but there are various pockets that you don't see in the other areas that I hope they do a little bit on, just to say, like, this is what this place is, you know, it doesn't have to be something grand. It can just be a little side quest area. Because this place is noted on the map, the Aratian Archipelago. That, or you're going to just say IRA Tan, which will make things a little awkward. It's got this weird lighthouse thing on it, and these weird little huts or something? Giant heads? It looks a bit more bleak, but so does most Imperial stuff. And they got 2 extra huts. But, yeah, no idea what's going on there. No idea what this stuff is. So... you know, what's going on over here? Ooh, yeah, they actually did take the Gates of Solera and just turn it into the Immortal Summit. I think I noted that before, but I'm noting it again. And beyond the addition of here and this place looking generally more bleak, what's really changed? The Temple of Herod's fallen into disrepair. This looks a bit more bleak. But yeah, it's just basically, yeah, I hope they expand on the Ancient Era, but I hope they add in little bits of side content to the other eras as well. Just as, not as like mainline stuff, but just like this is what this place is, this is what that place is, just to flesh out the world, to me, in general, you know, more. Because one thing, like, say, something like Grim Dawn has on this is there's tons of, if I'm remembering the game right, it's been a while since I've touched it, there is tons of lore to it, journals, whatnot, and even if I'm misremembering it, there's, like, look at Path of Exile, there's that to it. There's plenty of journal entries around the place. If you look, as much as I don't like going back to that game, I know, I've tried to replay it a while back, and I just couldn't do it. Diablo 3. I was on a kick of it for a bit, and I tried to revitalize that, and it just did not happen. Diablo has those journal entries. Read about all the different monsters, read by those, and maybe some lore. I think it's mostly monster lore, though. Read by those two different people. And that was really nice to listen to. It's like having a little in-game audiobook. Because I was running out of commentary, I was kind of running on fumes at the time, so it was kind of nice to just shut up and listen to it. But, given that's named after the previous architect of the god over here, it's interesting that they left it named after it even in the Imperial era. But, yeah, I hope they do something to flesh the world out a bit more, add a bit more lore and flavor to it. I'm very much a story guy, so if there isn't enough story, I do end up losing interest a bit. It doesn't have to be much, and if there's enough fun gameplay, I might mind. Well, let's put it this way, I love the Serious Sam games. 2, not so much, but the others I've actually quite loved. And I do want to give 2 another try at some point. But, yeah, I actually quite like Serious Sam games. Their art. Well, in what other game do you get to split an alien genetically modified bull in half with a man-held cannonball? Like, with a man-held cannon. It's fucking art. But yeah. So, yeah, it doesn't have to be much story, but it depends on the gameplay and, what's going on. So yeah, I do hope they flesh out the world a bit more, add a bit more flavor to it, journals and whatnot. Again, this is an early access entry, so I can't be too harsh on it, but I do hope they do that. Echo damage, I cannot echo. Chronophage. Damage of time, physical resistance. Vengeance and smite, block effectiveness. No, wait. Increased damage over time and increased physical resistance. Yes. Okay. Ooh, I wonder if we'll fight a... This, boss-wise. We could fight, like, Emperor Taint. fuck, what am I trying to say? I know, it's just like, my mind, sorry, I was getting distracted by this, and so my mind just shut down. You know, could fight Abyss Tainted, or Void Tainted Emperor. Could be interesting. But, best I can muster in response to what that guy was saying, I only saw a bit of it. Or gal, I have no idea. Ooh. I'm not a fan of the minion damage, but... Ooh. Oh, Jesus. That is rough, buddy. Had surgery 11 weeks ago to remove 5 abscesses. Stuck for 8 weeks. In bed. And then their fiance left them like a week beforehand. I'm overwhelmed, I can't do this anymore. Makes you feel any better? I don't have any 4 legendary potential item. Well, I didn't even slay anyone. I slayed myself. Well, they slayed me. Familiar giant crab of haste. It's actually quite tempting to slot this in instead. Boost fire damage and healing effectiveness. Then again, 4% block chance. Is that factored into this? Yeah, it is. It's just I've seen some things that aren't, some things that are. Beware crabs. Some things there are, some things that aren't, so it gets me wondering. Can you feel it now, Mr. Krabs? Humming bee. 21% increased melee attack speed, 4 ward gain on melee hit, 1% increased elemental damage per 250 ward, 1% increased movement speed per 250 ward. Buzz. I'm a little concerned, story-wise, that the Epoch was getting drained. Hopefully it's not a permanent... Ooh, FG of Oblivion. Bye-bye! Apparently the only Oblivion it was in FG 4 was its own. But, hopefully it's not a permanent sort of drain. You know? Is it? Yes. Verily. Yes, I'm a bleed I'm a bleed ignite poison. So, armor shred, warpath. I do everything. Because that's the only unique I was getting. Shredding physical resistance, eh? Have fun with that. Please say Paladin. Oof. Okay, that... I feel bad for kind of recording this here. And while I was laughing there, it's just... my condolences to both of them. My condolences to both of them. They're both having a rough time. Oof, jeez. Yeah. Yeah, they're both having a rough time. Seriously, condolences. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Higher base, like built-in block effectiveness. Higher mana and higher int, higher mana. Lower block effectiveness, a slightly higher void resist, and same bottom thing. So this is weaker. Better mana to it certainly, but block effectiveness is worse. By a little margin. By a single %. I'll stick with what I had.
Yes? Take care.
Nearly there. I'll go back for that arena key at another time. I kind of need the story content right now. Starting to feel like I'm running on fumes again. Night mages are assholes. They seem to be able to do a wave that does a stun. They can also bombard. But well, if you want to drop uniques from me, I may just raise my standing. That's not something good for me, but I'll hold on to it. If I can send it to an alt, then that's good. They may get some use out of it once they exist. I probably don't even need to send it to an alt. It's probably just the open storage chest and away you go. Pearl Jam. I don't think I've heard of them before. Ooh, I need to get myself in there. Starting to feel a little brain dead. Friends with benefits. Ugh. I could never do something like that. No. Just, no, that just seems like it's prime for hurting. People should be careful about making references to it, or cue ball's feelings may get hurt. Obviously, by cue ball, I'm referencing Jada. Jesus, I'm just stuck with Q there. Jesus. Ooh, bonus to warpad. Yeah, baby. Bonus to lunge. Okay, finally it's fixed.